Good morning, children, and welcome to the second session of linear equations in one variable. In the previous class, we have tried to find the unknown variable, right? The solution of the unknown variable. Okay, we are completely studying about the applications in this chapter where all the linear equations in one variable are applied. So before we start, we need to know certain keywords to recognize the operation of the numbers. Now what do you mean by keywords? Okay, and operation in the sense I'm talking of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, so whatever words I have, like whatever words I will have in the problem or I'll get in the problem, I need to recognize those keywords and simultaneously do the operation. Once I recognize the keywords, I can do the operation. So what are those keywords? Now in addition, we have keywords like sum, total, plus, in all together, increased by, together, and combined. So whenever we see these kind of keywords, we have to understand that the operation we have to use is addition. Now for subtraction, we have keywords like difference, less than, minus, take away, fewer, leftover, exceed, are not, remain. Whenever there is comparison, okay, whenever there is comparison between two numbers, always remember you have to use subtraction. Now, the next keyword is multiplication. Where all do we use this multiplication? Now, suppose I have a keyword called as times, in all, product, twice, thrice, multiplied by, double, triple, okay? All these kind of keywords are for my operation multiplication. Whenever I find these keywords, I have to understand that I have to operate my multiplication sign in this problem. Now, the next one is division. Wherever I find divide, how many each, divided by, between, all these keywords, whenever I find them, I have to understand that I have to use the division. So these are some of the keywords. Now going ahead, there are certain formula which we also need to know. We have already studied all of these formulas from grade 5 onwards. Formula to find perimeter and area of square, rectangle, triangle and so on, correct? So three basic formulas are nothing but for square, for rectangle and for triangle. So we need all of these formulas to further solve our word problems. Now, first, when I talk about square, okay, square has four sides. Perimeter symbolizes the total boundary of a certain object or a certain figure. So, as my square has four sides, that means if I consider one side to be S, so it has 4 times of S. So therefore, the perimeter of my square is 4S units, where S is nothing but one side, or that one black line, one border is 1S. So there are 4 sides in a square. Therefore, I should conclude that my perimeter of square is 4S. Now, what is the area of the square? Area is nothing but how much space the object has acquired. How much space has it occupied? The total area is nothing but how much space the object has occupied. So therefore, area of square is nothing but S into S, that is nothing but S square units. Okay, so square units is the unit. Always remember, we have to write units for the perimeter and area. If it is in centimeter, I should write centimeter. If it is in meter, I should write meter. Okay, so always remember this, and area is always expressed in terms of square units. Moving ahead, rectangle. Rectangle, longest side of the rectangle is called as length and the shortest side of the rectangle is called as breadth. So perimeter of rectangle is nothing but, it has 2 lengths and 2 breadths. So 2 times of L plus B is nothing but the perimeter of rectangle, where L is the length of the rectangle and B is the breadth of the rectangle. So this is a very important formula. Now moving ahead, area of the rectangle. So rectangle has length and breadth. So L into B square units is the area of my rectangle. Now, last is nothing but triangle. Now, what is the area of triangle? We know that triangle has three sides A, B and C. Okay, and the base is called as B and height is called as H. So, therefore, area of the triangle is nothing but half base into height. And the perimeter is nothing but sum of all the three sides of a triangle A plus B plus C. Yes, children, after we came to know what are the keywords and formulas, we need to know what is the stepwise procedure to solve a word problem. Let us check. The first step is the most important step. Read the given word problem carefully and identify what is given and what is required. This is the very important step, children. We have to read the problem so well that once you read the word problem, you will know what you have to find, correct? So carefully you read it, try to understand, imagine the situation, identify what is given to me in the word problem, what I have to find, what is required. So this first step is the most important step. Read twice, thrice till you understand and visualize the scene, visualize what is going on in the problem, identify your keywords and write aside. Then after the first step is, suppose I have some unknown quantities. Suppose they say that Richa is 5 years. Okay, so let me take, if they ask me what is the age of Richa, so I will take let Richa's age be X. Okay, because I don't know whatever they have asked me, correct? What is the age of this person, or what is the value of this, what is the value of that? So I don't know what is this and that. So the unknown letters or the unknown quantities, I will take it as X, Y or Z. Okay, so therefore all the unknown quantities should be represented by X, Y or Z or any other alphabet of your choice. But mostly we use X, which is unknown quantity. After you have written your unknown quantities, you've understood the problem and written it, the third step is transform all the statements of the problem into a mathematical equation. In exercise 2.1, the algebraic equation was already given, correct? But in this problem, in word problem, we have to find what is that equation. Okay, so we will transform by the knowledge of our keywords, by the knowledge of what is given, we will transform all the statements to an equation form. The fourth step is form the linear equation according to the given equation of the problem. Okay, so we will form a linear equation, we will equate it to some number. Okay, and according to whatever conditions are given in the problem, I will utilize all the conditions and form a linear equation. Then after forming, I will solve the equation by the usual method, you know, right? You have to find the unknown quantities, so transform all the numbers and constants to the other side and find the unknown quantity. Now, once I found the solution, x is equal to so and so, y is equal to so and so, I have to check the validity of the solution. We have already seen how do we verify in exercise 2.1. Once I get the unknown quantity, I have to always verify it, right? So, for the sixth step, once I get the solution of my unknown quantity, put that solution in the given equation and see if the LHS is equal to RHS. Then you will know that the solution is verified. And the last step is reject if the solution is invalid. Suppose I don't get LHS is equal to RHS of my required solution, then I know that my equation is incorrect and my solution is rejected. So therefore, if LHS is equal to RHS, my solution is accepted or verified, and if LHS is not equal to RHS, then the solution is invalid. Thank you, children. So these are the steps. Now let us solve the exercise 2.2. I have already attached that in the mail. If you have any doubts in solving, kindly refer to that document which I have attached. Now let us start solving our exercise 2.2.
Good morning, children. Welcome back. Now, in this class, we will be studying about exercise 2.2 in your NCERT textbook, the second chapter, okay, linear equations in one variable. So, previously we have studied the steps to solve a application-based linear word problem, correct? So now we are going to start how do you solve a word problem using linear equations in one variable. Okay, always remember, first read the word problem properly, underline all the keywords, okay, and then write given what you have to find, okay, what you have to operate. Is it subtraction, addition, multiplication, division? Take your unknown quantities to be x, y, z, so on, okay, and then solve the equation. Always remember, read the problem once, twice, thrice, as much as possible just to understand the problem. Okay, so this is how we apply the mathematics. Yes, so let's begin, children. Now the first problem is, if you subtract 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? Okay, so first thing what I have to do is, I have to write what is given. Given. They have told if you subtract 1 by 2 from a number, okay, let the number be x. Let the number be x. Do you know what number it is? No. So I have taken it to be x. Let the number be x. Okay, and I have to subtract 1 by 2 from this number, okay, and multiply the result by 1 by 2. So therefore, subtracting 1 by 2 from a number. 1 by 2 from a number. What is 1 by 2, children? 1 by 2 from a number means, so x minus 1 by 2. Why I am subtracting? Because they have given, this is the key word, right? This is the key word called subtract. So subtracting 1 by 2 from a number means, see, I have taken the number to be x. Subtracting means minus 1 by 2. Okay. Now what is the next one? Multiply the result by 1 by 2. So next is multiply the result by 1 by 2. So this is nothing but what? I will multiply this by 1 by 2. So therefore, x minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. So therefore, multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. You get means the answer on my right hand side is what? 1 by 8. Okay, so this much when I do, I will get the answer as 1 by 8 is what is given. So therefore, we get 1 by 8. That means x minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 8. To find x, what are we find now? X. To find x. Okay? Now, this is the equation, children. This is the given equation. I have got x, correct? So therefore, this is the equation. I have got all the numbers, but I have to find what? X. So therefore, what is given, children? X minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 8. Correct? So this whole term is multiplied by 1 by 2. Correct? Now what I do? I will transpose it. Okay? This 2, this 1 by 2 I will take it this side, and this 1 by 8 I will take this side. So 1 by 2 will become 2 and 1 by 8 will become 8. Why? Because transpose. Division will become multiplication. Multiplication will become division. Okay? So therefore, what will happen? I'll take 2 to this side and 8 to this side. So therefore it will become operation. So therefore it is what? 8 into x minus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 into 1. Correct? So 8 into x minus 1 by 2 is equal to what? 2 into 1. Correct? So therefore 8x minus 8 into 1 is 8 by 2 is equal to 2 ones are 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So therefore 8x minus 4 is equal to 2. Correct? So therefore 8x is equal to 2 plus 4. Correct? Because it is minus 4 here. When we put that side it will become plus 4. So 8x is equal to, what is 4 plus 2? 4 plus 2 is 6. So x is equal to 6 by 8. Why? Because 8 into 6, when it will go this side it will become division. So x is equal to 6 divided by 8. Now 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So x is equal to 3 by 4 is the answer. Let's write the conclusion here because I don't have the space. Conclusion. Therefore, the desired number is 3 by 4 is the answer. Okay, so I hope you have understood the first problem. Now let's go for the next problem. Now we will start the second problem from your mathematics NCERT textbook. Okay, please open your textbooks to exercise 2.2 second problem. Okay, please open it to exercise 2.2 second problem. So, given the perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meters, okay, its length is 2 meters more than twice its breadth. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? Okay, so here they have asked you to find the perimeter, the length and breadth of the pool. Okay, so let's start. You know we have studied the formulas, okay, formulas of square, rectangle and triangle. Here what we are going to use? We are going to use the perimeter of rectangular formula. What is the perimeter of rectangular formula? 2 times length plus breadth, correct? 2 into L plus B is the rectangle formula, correct? So, first step, write what is given. Given the perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool. Given the perimeter of rectangular swimming pool. Is how much? 154 meters. Okay, then its length is 2 meters more than twice its breadth. Okay, length is 2 meters more than twice its breadth. Okay? Then, what are the length and breadth of the pool? To find length and breadth of the pool. Okay? So, what are the keywords here? More than. Correct? More than. Then twice. Twice means multiplication. Perimeter is a formula here. Understand? Okay? So I read the formula, I underlined all my keywords. Now, next. Operation. Okay. The given, what is the perimeter of rectangle formula, children? Perimeter of rectangle formula is 2 times length plus breadth. Correct? So therefore, they have given what is the perimeter. Perimeter is 154 meters. 154 meter is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth, they have said. Let the breadth be x. So therefore, now what they have told, length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. So if the breadth is x, okay, they said 2 meter more than twice its breadth. So length is equal to 2 meter more than twice its breadth, okay, 2 meter more. So 2 meter more than twice its breadth is nothing but my length. So breadth is x and length is 2x plus 2. Now let us put this in this perimeter formula. Okay, so perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. So what is perimeter? Perimeter is 154 meter is equal to 154 you take for now is equal to 2 into what is length, children? Length is 2x plus 2. So 2x plus 2 plus what is breadth? Let breadth be x. Correct? So this is nothing but 154 is equal to 2 into 2 is nothing but 4x plus 2 2s are 4 plus 2 into x is 2x. Correct? Now I will keep these variables one side and constants to the other side. So 154, now plus 4 I will take here to become minus 4 is equal to 4x plus 2x. Okay? Now next is 154 minus 4 is 150 is equal to 4x plus 2x is 6x. Okay? So 150 divided by 6 is equal to x. Okay? Now 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10. Okay? So it is what? 75 by 3 is equal to x. So what is x now? X is nothing but 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, carry 1, it becomes 50. So 3 5s are 15. So therefore x is equal to 25. Now what is this x? X is nothing but 5. Let the breadth be x. So x is nothing but 25. So therefore I have found what is my breadth. Now what is my length, children? Length is nothing but 2x plus 2. So I will substitute x is equal to 25 in 2x plus 2. Instead of x I substitute 25 and then I will find what is my length. Okay. So therefore length 2x plus 2. I have already found what is x. X is nothing but 25. So therefore 2 into 25 plus 2. 2 25s is 50 plus 2 is equal to 52. So therefore conclusion is, what is my conclusion? Length is equal to 52 meters and breadth is equal to 25 meters. Easy? So I have always mention the units properly, children. Okay, because it carries a lot of weightage. If you don't mention the units in your in the problem, then the problem becomes undefined. Okay, so always when a word problem is given, see if the units are mentioned. If the units are mentioned, kindly mention them here. I hope you have understood this problem. Similarly, is your third problem as well. Okay, you can go through your notes. I have showed you in detail about the third problem as well. When I say about isosceles triangle, so this is second problem is done. Now third problem, we are talking about isosceles triangle. Okay, so what is this isosceles triangle? Isosceles triangle means a triangle which is having two same sides. Okay, these two sides which are same are called as isosceles triangle. Only the base is different but the sides are same. Okay, so about that I have given you in detail in your notes. Kindly go through that. Now we will start with the fourth sum in your NCERT textbook. Let's start. For the fourth problem in our NCERT textbook in exercise 2.2. So they have given sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the numbers. Okay? So given, this is the fourth problem. given. They said sum of two numbers is 95. Did they mention which number? No. So let the number be x. Okay? Given. Let the number be x. Let the number be x. So therefore, they said sum of two numbers is 95 if one exceeds the other by 15. Okay? So the second number be, let the second number be what? They said one exceeds the other number by 15. Exceeds means add by 15. Correct? So the second number be, it exceeds the number by 15. So one is x, one number is x, the other number is x plus 15. Got it? Now next is what? Next they are telling the sum of two numbers is 95. Sum of two numbers is 95. So what I have to find? To find the numbers. To find the numbers x and x plus 15. Okay, easy it is. So this is sum of two numbers is 95. So what are the two numbers? X and x plus 15. So solution or operation. Okay, this is sum of two numbers. So x plus 15 is 95. Correct? So sum of two numbers means this is one number, this is one number. Sum where I did add to get 95. So next. Okay? So x as it is, plus as it is, x as it is, plus as it is, 15 is equal to 95. Now see children, this is also of the power 1, this is also of the power 1. So I can add x plus x. So what is x plus x? X plus x is 2x. So this is nothing but 2x plus 15 is equal to 95. Easy? Yes. So now I have to find what is x. So to find what is x, I will transpose all the numbers to the right hand side. This is the left hand side, right? So I transpose everything except the x. So first I will take 2x as it is equal to 95. This plus 15 will go this side, it will become minus 15. Correct? Minus 15. So this is nothing but 2x is equal to 95 minus 15 is what? 95 minus 15 is 5 minus 5 0, 9 minus 1 8, 80. Correct? So what is x children? X is nothing but 80 as it is. 2 will go this side, it will become divided by 2 because 2 is into x, right? So when it will go this side, it will become divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 0. So therefore I got what is x? X is nothing but 40. Correct? Now I got one number. To find the other number it is x plus 15. So therefore x plus 15 is nothing but 40 plus 15. 40 plus 15 is how much? 55. So therefore conclusion, first number is x is equal to 40, second number is 55. So therefore the two numbers are 40 and 55. Hence the proof. Easy? So what did I do? First the given number be x. I have to find one number they have given x and other number exceeds it by 15. So x plus 15. So therefore sum of two numbers they said 95. So when I add these both, sum keyword, sum is nothing but addition. So add x plus 15, I will get 95. So now x, see x is also of the power 1, x is also of the power 1. So therefore I can add x and x. So therefore x plus x is 2x plus 15 is equal to 95. Find x. So 2x is equal to 95 as it is. 15 to take it to the other side, it becomes minus 15. So therefore 2x is equal to 95 minus 15 is 80. 80. Okay. So now 2x is equal to 80 you got. So I want only x. Take 2 to the other side. Multiplication will become division. So 80 divided by 2 is nothing but 40. So one number I got x is equal to 40 and other number is x plus 15 is nothing but 40 plus 15 is nothing but 55. So one number is x is equal to 40 and the other number is x is equal to 55. I hope you have understood this problem. Now the fifth problem of your exercise 2.2. Okay, so they have said the two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? Okay, so let the two numbers be. Let the numbers be 5x and 3x. Correct? Why? Because they said let the two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. We don't know the numbers, so I will take 5x and 3x. Okay? So let the numbers be 5x and 3x. Okay? Now they differ by how much they said? They differ by 18. Differ means differ. The keyword for differ is subtraction. Correct? Differ. That means what? The operation is subtraction for my keyword differ. So therefore, differ by. They differ by. This is given, children. Okay? So given is this. They differ by. Differ by 18. So therefore, to find what? To find x, 5x and 3x. Correct? Now, operation. See children, read the problem and understand. Okay? They said what? Two numbers are there in the ratio 5:3. So 5x and 3x. They differ by 18. They differ by 18. So what is x? So therefore 5x minus 3x is what? 5 minus 3. X and x. See, this is also to the power 1. This is also to the power 1. So therefore I can subtract them. Correct? So I take x common. Subtract 5 minus 3 is equal to 18. So what is 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay. So x into 2. X into 2 is equal to 18 or 2x is equal to 18. Now I want only x. So I take 2 to this side. So it will become what? X is equal to 18 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 nines are 18. So therefore x is equal to 9. Easy? Correct? So what I did? I took x is common for both. I took it out. So 5 minus 3 is equal to, remaining is what? 5 and 3. Because x I have already taken it out. Is equal to 18. So 5 minus 3 is 2 into x is equal to 18. I want only x. So I transpose this 2 to the right hand side. So it will become divided by 2. So x is equal to 9. Now what I have to find? I have to find 5x and 3x. So therefore 5x is equal to 5 into 9. 5 nines are 45. Then what is 3x? 3x is equal to 3 into 9. 3 nines are 27. So therefore this is the answer. Conclusion. X is equal to 9. 3x is equal to 27 and 5x is equal to 45. This is my answer. Clear? I hope you have understood the fifth problem, children. So here we have ended the first part. I will tell you the second part in the next class. I hope you have understood till now. Thank you, children.